Like, do you see that? Like my body is.
No.
It feels weird. Like I'm leaning. I don't know. The camera is just weird. Like it's opposite for me. So like I lean this way. I don't know. It's just opposite for me.
Well, that means you're cool.
I have good news though.
What's the good news?
Actually, great news.
What's the great
So
news?
earlier I was invited. I was invited and I was invited to an event.
Okay.
Tomorrow. It was last minute. But I was invited to an event and I was invited by my old boss at the Capitol building.
Okay.
And it's for
Awesome.
the
Awesome.
it's for the 18th Excellence in Virginia Government Award ceremony. So we'll
That's
be
what's
there
up.
we'll be there tomorrow.
Awesome.
Nice.
You're
We'll be
you
in
gonna
the
be there
room.
tomorrow.
Yes, we'll be in the room with the politicians and the big ballers and the shot callers. Maybe my future boss will be in the room.
Oh, really?
That's so cool.
Yes,
Good luck with that
Okay.
tomorrow. All the best.
thank you, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Well, hold on. You know what we gotta do?
Oh boy.
Hey, talk to me now, DJ Chinny.
You
Oh
partying
my
over there,
God!
huh?
Hey, hey. I know they're gonna copyright our ass like they always do, but we don't care. We're celebrating. TT's going to a big event, and we're going to celebrate the
Songs, come on. Let's celebrate.
This is what we need right now in America. We need to celebrate. We need to bring some happy, some joy. We're not going to allow this system. We're not going to allow the algorithm. We're not going to allow AI. We're not going to allow my damn cousin on the side of my head that I X'd out with painter's tape. None of them are going to stop our energy. Americans, stay positive out there. I don't care what color you are.
Facts.
I don't care how much money you got or how much money you don't got. Stay positive. Stay happy. Don't let this foolishness in this world affect us. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you try to block us or copyright us. Cool in the game will hear this message and love this message. This is Shift the Culture. Stay positive and celebrate every good time.
You're a mess.
Yeah. All right, I'm sorry, DJ Chinny. I'm sorry. I just had to let that one out. Congratulations, TT. Keep on climbing, keep on shining.
Thank you,
Yes,
thank
yes.
you.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
All right, DJ
Wow.
Chinny. That's on you,
I
man.
don't know how to start the show after such an intro. I don't know.
Hey, yeah, yeah. No, we need some. We
Like,
need some smack.
dang.
We need. You know what? And we have to do a better job as society. Hopefully, folks to get this message and share it. The problem with it is that we have allowed this system to suffocate us with negativity to the point that we're so immune to it. We think that it's actually how it's supposed to be. God did not make it for you to live in misery. God did not make it for you to live in pain and frustration. The reason we're living that way is because our minds are that way. Change your mind state. All this stuff is make believe at the end of the damn day. We pass away, we go from here. You ain't gonna be stressing no damn bills. You ain't gonna be stressing no damn baby daddy or baby mama. You ain't gonna be worried about no damn sickness. You ain't gonna be worried about nothing that you got your mind on now once you leave this earth. So while you're here, have a good time, be positive. Hard times are gonna come. The battles and obstacles are gonna come. You stay positive, you fight through it, and you keep going. But don't let this world get you down.
Amen.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, cousin Jimmy, you on one today.
On one, baby.
All right, guys. This is Shift the
Always.
Culture. I'm your host, DJ Chin. I want to welcome TT, cousin Jimmy, to the show, Shift the Culture. We
Yeah.
got some great topics on today's show. TT, can you let them know who to find us, please?
You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, YouTube at Math for TV. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Leave y'all reviews. Share everything. We're watching. We're watching, and let us know where you're from.
For real, we want to know.
Yeah.
All right, so we always want to kick the topics off with your crazy cousin.
What the hell? What did he do again, DJ Chinny?
There's a list of things that this man has done this week. In just a week. We just talked about him last week.
I told you don't understand the news.
Listen, so first what got my eyebrows up is this damn automatic draft.
Oh, yeah.
Starting December, males, U.S. citizen males, are going to be drafted 18 to 26 of age automatically. That's
what a great time.
Without you having to sign up, you just automatically drafted. And the last time we had a draft was back in the 70s, 1973. I believe it was the Vietnam War.
Vietnam was a little Vietnam, I believe, was a little earlier than that. Vietnam was kicked off in the early 60s. But yeah, you're getting close to where we're talking about here. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so
that was back in my day, DJ Chinny, by the way. That was back in the good old times when America was rolling high. Let me not get into all that. I was really out there hippieing, hopping, stopping, skipping.
You always got a story.
Listen to me. Hey, TT, I had some that'll knock y'all down. You think you get knocked down now when you puff pass? Oh my God! Go back in the 60s. We were spinning around.
They should have drafted you.
Yes. They should have.
Say no to drugs, kids. Say no to drugs.
So silly. Then, oh my greatness, your cousin, Mr. Trump, my president.
Yeah.
He said that Iran is blackmailing the world.
Oh God.
He said that he's gonna blockade Iran ports. They saying it's not working. It's just one hot mess going on over there in Iran. One hot mess. 1 minute they're rejecting the peace treaty. Next minute they're saying, okay, we'll do it for 3 years, not 20. Now they want to put a toll for ships to pass. You got to pay a toll. Man, and then now the U.S. to go through the port. I don't know what's going on over there. I can't keep up.
Well,
too much.
It is too much.
Too much. Too much.
Too much. Well, what you got to say about that, TT?
I don't know. Like the whole backing down thing. Like I don't get it. Because if you're a man of your word, stick to your word. Like, I don't know. I just don't get it. And, like, a piece of me feels like the reason why he backed down from wiping out a whole, civilization is because he got his response from the Iranian government. Before it was, Trump's talking to himself. And then it led to, okay, now we're going to bomb y'all. We're going to take out a whole civilization. Now you got your response. Now you're backing down. So what is it going to be? Like, that's just how I feel. Like, what is it going to be? The people, I feel like we're like preparing for something that we don't know if it's going to happen. And if it does happen, when is it going to happen? So it's just like a whole bunch of this, that, and the third. And I don't like it because why are we confusing the United States citizens? And also, it was something said in the article that we read that basically Trump has to prove to the world that this conflict was worth fighting for. And I don't even think that he believes that this conflict was worth fighting for, because if you did, you would have never backed down. So that's just my thoughts on everything.
So they're saying this backing down is a pivot to pressure response. That pretty much he's trying to play it smart and use tactics in the war. But I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like he's losing the public's trust. No one
Yeah, he
sees him as a
is.
good leader, and it's just not a good look. What about you, cousin
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy? What's your take on all this?
Well,
Oh, he ready.
I'll get straight to it. He definitely is losing trust, but there's still a large component of Americans that believe in him,
Mm-hmm.
and his deep-rooted base of individuals who support his initiatives. So when we talk, all right. So first, let's tackle the draft thing real quick. When it comes to the draft, DJ Chinny, you were in the ballpark there with the dates. So in 1980, there was a bill passed to basically when a young man turned 18, you were supposed to actually insert yourself into actually provide your information and list yourself the into the draft. I forget the exact name of this specific.
It's called National Defense Authorization Act, I believe.
Yes, ma'am. And so that was supposed to happen, but obviously it didn't happen. I turned. Did I turn 8? No, I think I was 18 before 1980, but I think around that time, Bubba had his first son, and so in
Lord.
1998, he did not enlist himself at all in any draft. But anyway, that was the time frame. That was what was supposed to go on. It hasn't been regulated. Now they inserted this into this recent bill that was kind of hidden from what they say. And now it's being an opportunity to utilize it because we're faced with potential war. Now, with that being said, as you move forward to the blockade here, to be frank with you, it's all strategy. We've been talking for the past few weeks that when my cousin starts to talk, basically what he says to you, he means the total opposite. And so we know that it's all words and all, facade, so to speak, and it'll shift you one way and shift you another. I think TT hit it on the nail once she got a response from Iran. Now things are starting to open up in terms of the dialogue, but what you're seeing here is there was a meeting in Pakistan. Pakistan was mediating the situation between Iran and the United States. Things didn't pan out. The block with Iran controlling the Strait of Hormuz and allowing certain ships to leave. Remember, we tapped into this last week. Those ships that are being allowed to leave are those ships that are primarily owned by who? China. Because Iran produces 90% of China's oil. So China has already made a backdoor deal with Iran. While Iran is blocking the strait, they were willing to make a deal with Iran to allow those ships through. Some reports are saying that China's been paying $1 to $2 million per ship. What the United States is doing now is saying, okay, Iran is still able to produce and make money while other countries in the world are being affected. Remember, the United States, we don't get a lot of oil from the Strait of Hormuz. Now, of course, there are other goods and goods that are that come through there on those ships, but most of those don't affect us. We're not getting a majority of our product and things of that nature from the Middle East. Now, you still have Pakistan, but Pakistan sits off from that Strait of Hormuz, so to speak. Now you have other minerals and things of that nature that sit in the Middle East and those other countries. But the point is that we don't get most of our stuff from there. But your primary countries that are going to receive those resources and oil and things of that nature from that area is going to be most of your UN countries in Europe and China, primarily with their oil. With the United States getting in place, what that is going to do is it's going to force those other countries who in the beginning said they would not back the United States in this war, that's going to force their hand. Because when the United States come and blockade, Iran's going to get frustrated with that because the United States is now interfering with their ships, their money that's going to China and other places leaving out because the United States is going to block that. And if those items can't leave to go to those other countries who've paid Iran to send those items out, then that's going to make those other countries want to get involved. And that's going to be the Chinas and the Europes. And basically what the United States is going to say, all right, China, if y'all want to get your stuff, Europe, if you want to get your stuff, you need to go talk to your people, Iran, and tell them to unblock this daggone strait, open it back up for business, or come to the table and talk so we all can eat. So this is a strategic move by you. Now it can backfire because the opposite can happen. Whereas China says, no, we don't want to do that. And there could be conflict with them. It could be conflict with the other countries involved. It can actually be those countries coming together. The only issue is that from a naval standpoint, no country can see us naval-wise. The advantage they have over us right now is geographic, because we're in their landscape. So if it does escalate to boots on the ground, there's potential, a lot of laws potentially, because we're in their land. We're on their land, we're in their area, they know it better than we do. But in terms of other aspects of it, I believe this is a strategic move. I, honestly speaking, I might sound crazy here, and I know my damn cousin's been going crazy too. And I ain't been agreeing with a lot of things he's been doing, but this is the only move he could have made, y'all. Because what happens is, if you don't make this move and you don't give in to Iran's wishes, which is basically for them to continue to produce uranium and continue to have an opportunity to make nuclear weapons or potential nuclear weapons, and you know, whatever the case may be, some people are saying, well, they don't have nuclear weapons. They have been building nuclear weapons. They even told you that they've been building nuclear weapons, and they had a right to, based off the treaties that were signed by previous presidents in the past. But the whole purpose of this is, if you don't move in and make this move that the United States is making right now, Iran will still have things in a chokehold. And while other people are suffering, Iran is still eating, because they still got those backdoor deals with those European countries and with China being able to ship their stuff out and being paid to do so. So they're still trading, and other people are not able to trade. And so this is the only move you really could make. So it's a risky one, because we've sent ships out there, and if someone tries to send their stuff out, they're going to be blocked by the United States, and you're going to have soldiers, not Marines, but this is mainly the Navy right now. You're going to have individuals from our side stepping on somebody's ship and checking the ship out and basically saying you can't go nowhere. And if somebody says, well, we're going to go, that's going to escalate a conflict. So we'll see how it works out, but I believe this is the only route we really got to get things popping. So we'll see.
I hope this comes to a conclusion soon.
Fast.
Yeah.
In conjunction with that, his wife, Melania Trump, speaks out on the Epstein file, saying that her first of all, they're saying Trump was blindsided by her press conference, which I doubt, but okay.
Right.
And she denies having ties with Jeffrey Epstein, and also with Ghislaine Maxwell, who she responded in a casual email to. This whole thing is just a mess. Like, I can't. I really can't. Like, why do you feel the need to speak out now?
All of a sudden.
Not consult with the president, her husband. Like, that doesn't make sense.
How do you even have that type of like, how do you even do that without him even knowing?
Exactly.
I was very confused. Confused, but I don't believe nothing.
So why? Why is that significant? Why do you feel like you need to say something about that? Like,
you're talking about these rumors have been accumulating over years. Okay.
Nobody cares.
But why now?
You responded to an email, okay?
Why now? I mean, the people gonna believe what they want to believe, and I'm pretty sure they don't believe you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You don't believe in TT?
No, I don't. I don't believe
You don't believe Melania?
No. I don't. Wow. Something in my body is telling me that you knew. You knew what was going on at them parties, girl. Stop playing with us.
Wow.
Yes. I don't know. It's just something in me telling me, like, y'all didn't have to be friends. You don't have to be friends to, like, your business partner don't got to be your friend, basically.
Great point.
It don't. And then it was a claim made that years ago, the year that they first slept with each other, they slept with each other on Epstein's plane. So I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
I'm very confused. I don't know.
Yeah, the email seemed like they were very buddy buddy and very personal. It didn't seem like just a regular business email.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're right. I believe she knew of Jeffrey Epstein, and obviously she knew of Maxwell. To the extent, I'm not sure. And I believe that. So when you get raided by the feds, you get raided by the feds. They grab your laptop, communicate. They pulling every. Do you know Pusher? Have anyone ever heard of Pusher T? His name is Pusher T. Have you ever heard of Pusher T? Do you all know he was in these files as well too? Along with Jay-Z?
What they doing in there?
DJ Chinny, look it up. Can you look it up real quick? Pusher T and Jay-Z was in the... Basically, anybody with a name that had any form of connection with anybody connected to anything, they were just gonna, they're gonna pop it out. It's for news. That doesn't mean, and this is all alleged, of course. We're not saying Pusha T and Jay-Z were a part of the Epstein thing. I'm sure it's completely fabricated, and I'm sure they had business dealings with people that were affiliated with Jeffrey, but those guys weren't, from my understanding. And if they was, I believe they'll be in a lot of trouble. So I don't think there's any truth to that. I really don't.
It's alleged, and it says that an unidentified caller claimed that she was trafficked by Epstein and alleged Pusher T. They call him the handler for the victim. So it's something like that.
I believe. Right, I believe if there's any truth to that, y'all, that they will be in trouble. The federal government, they're not playing with these guys. You can have all them. You see what they did to P. Diddy? You see old Diddler, they call him.
Money ain't saved him. I mean, it saved him a little bit. He ain't got to do his whole life up in there.
Right. He's trying to get out early, though.
Right. But
yeah, he is. Now, then they cut it down like a few days or something like that.
Listen to me.
They cut it down to days.
The point is that when they want you, they gonna get you. And I believe that, they went through all these emails. They seen some big names that were connected, that had some communication, and then they try to, throw stories out there. I believe if there was any serious truth to this, that, she was a part of. I'm talking about Melania herself. I believe there'll be more spies to it. Now, I'm not saying she didn't know Epstein, because I think she definitely knew of him. I think her Maxwell was more closer, and it seemed like just a casual let's get up type thing. Think about it, you all. And I'm not taking up for them because we don't know. So, but we do know this, and this is a fact. Most people like to be around popular people. And when you have opportunities to be connected with people who are around a lot of money and resources, even if you may not know what's going on the other end or behind closed doors with them, but it's just like being in school. The popular kids always had a lot of attention. It's the same way with adults. The guys or girls who are billionaires are connected to this person, that person. Most people are going to want to be around and hang around with them because of the connection. Now, but I want to just do this real quick. Can y'all see this, America? Can you see this here?
Is that Melania?
Can you all see this? This is I got to tell you one thing. Y'all know my mama's black and my daddy's a redneck. Now, I like my eyes a little dark. But I tell you right now, Melania Trump is a god. You're beautiful. Donald did the right. My damn cousin did the right thing. Are you
hitting on your cousin's wife?
Listen, when we went to the wedding and we really, I saw her. I said, "Oh my damn God!" I almost caught a heart attack. I said, "Donald did it on this one. He really knocked this one out the park." I like her. I really do. Cousin Jimmy likes Melania Trump. And listen, folks, I'm not talking like I like her, like I want to marry. That's my cousin's wife. Minaj. That's my cousin's. But I'm going to tell you why I like Melania Trump, y'all. Let me tell you why.
Anybody that's affiliated with Trump, you like them.
Well, no. That is false. That is very false. Most of them I don't like them or
Who said that?
Most of them I don't like them or agree with them. But I like Melania Trump. But let me tell you why I like her on this one, y'all. At least she came out and said something. How many times have we talked about people getting accused of things and not coming out and standing up for themselves?
True.
She came out and said, at least she came out and faced the people and let them know. And when she came out there, when the last time you seen a woman walk out like she ran the damn show? Man, I thought she was gonna walk straight off the damn stage the way she was. She was walking so damn fast. I thought she was gonna walk past the damn stage. I mean, she was mad. But I tell you, TT and DJ Chinny, I like Melania Trump because whether you believe her or not, she came out, she said her piece about her. If you can understand, she didn't say my husband didn't know him or this. She didn't get into nobody else. She talked about her.
Covered her back, yeah.
And I respect that. Melania, my damn cousin right here. She is beautiful. She is a beautiful lady. Much love to her.
I mean, she was a prior model, supermodel. So
yeah, I tell you. Listen to me. I saw her at the wedding.
Supermodel.
Boy, I said, Donald, your ass and did it here. He did it. He did it here, y'all. He really did one. So we'll see. I hope she was not a part of it. I really do, because I genuinely like her. I really do. People don't know, but she gives Donald a hard time. When things came out about him in the past, Melania didn't even hold his hand. One time he was walking out trying to grab her, she yanked the hand away. I said, oh my God, we about to have a Solange and Jay-Z sort of situation again. Somebody's gonna get swung on. Oh God.
You're a mess. All right, guys. I think we had enough of Trump.
That's my good dog. You gotta get it right, man. Your ass gotta get it right. He gotta get it right.
The Trump family.
Thank you.
Right, so moving on to our next topic. Bottled water prices set to spike, of course, due to the war. Oil is used to produce plastic, which we need to put our water in. So there you go. The rising cost of inflation due to the issues in the East. Pretty much water, an essential item, is becoming a luxury item. So do we switch to like filtering our water? Remember those Brita water pictures we used to have in the fridge? We have to get like our Brita filters and start going back to our tap waters, because I don't know. We're already straining with gas prices. People are going to start panicking and buying tons of cases of water now and hoarding it for years to come.
You already know.
You're going to go to the store and there's going to be no more water left. This is crazy. But yeah, we're already struggling with high prices of food, gas, and now here comes a basic human need such as water. Now is going to spike to maybe like $2 a bottle for some water due to the plastic taking more to produce with the oil prices. So like $100 a barrel now for some oil. So everything, guys, has been effect. So let's see what happens next.
I thought things were gonna go down with him in office. I thought that was the key. I mean, he does say he does do the opposite of what he say, right? But
listen,
is it like, I just want to know, like, would it be cheaper to put water in like the cartons? You know, like the little box cartons,
like the milk carton.
Yeah, they have water. Like they have it's called Box Water. It's a brand, and they're already doing it. But I just want to know if it would be cheaper to do that, like constantly, so we won't have to pay $2 for a water bottle.
Or in a can. They have canned water too.
Yeah, exactly. It's alternatives for this instead of making people pay $2 for a water bottle, a water bottle.
Well, I think you both bring up good points. That's something we got to look into, the affordability. I believe that the thing about bottled waters, if I'm not mistaken, is the plastic in terms of the longevity that you can keep an item in plastic longer than paper or whatnot. I'm sure that's something that has to do with that. Aluminum, I'm not sure. It probably maybe the same. But then also you have to think about the different sizes of this as well too. You have waters that come in gallons, quarts, 16 ounces, 8 ounces, 12. So it's a lot of variations there. Right. So you think about that, but it's gotten to a point where DJ Chinny, I mean, do you go back to your fridge water? Now I still drink the fridge water. I have a bottle of water here as well, but I still drink. Listen. If you think your water doesn't taste well, I'm gonna give you a little secret. Add a little lemon to that thing there. I mean, I tell you, that all the lead, mercury, uranium, soil, dirt, whatever you think is in there, it kind of disappear a little bit. Just sprinkle a little lemon in your water. You won't even taste it. I mean, you might be half dying, but you just won't taste the dying. I said so. I mean, if you gotta go back to doing that, DJ Chinny, then go ahead and do that. But it's a great point you all bring up. What are we looking at in terms of the options? And it shows us how deep, this war happened. This the effect of oil. When oil is affected, or when you have war, you're gonna have a few things. You're gonna have inflation in a lot of areas. You're gonna have obviously too in some areas as well too a lot of opportunity to grow your money. That's a different topic we'll talk about, because wars, I mean, I'm not going to say unfortunately, but fortunately, unfortunately from the livelihood standpoint of people dying, but from a financial standpoint, there's a lot of opportunities when wars happen to actually come up if you invest your money to the right things. But anyway, this is an interesting one here with water going up. And I think, I hope people would take stuff like this serious. It may not affect most Americans, but there's a lot of people, there's a lot of families who depend on, supplying their families with waters. And, so that additional cost does affect people.
For sure. Oh, boy. The struggle is real.
But we're going to have a good time. Remember, we said we're going to look positive at everything that goes on. We're going to just have a positive spin to it. We're going to do our best. Now, sometimes my damn cousin, you just can't do it. You can't get anything positive sometimes when you're dealing with his ass. But anyway.
You're right. We'll improvise. Oh, boy. All right, guys. So our next topic is the teens. And these ramshacks and teen takeovers. There was a Sacramento gas station a couple weeks ago that got hit by a group of teens that started looting, trashing, pretty much turning the gas station convenience store upside down, creating a lot of mayhem back in Sacramento, California. So it just brought me back to the Bay Plaza teen takeover that was happening in the Bronx, and then it brought me down a rabbit hole from Detroit, Philly, all over the nation, where teens are mobbing up in groups of 50 plus and taking over movie theaters, stores, McDonald's, Walgreens, you name it. And it just had me thinking, like, where did this come from? Like, who started this nonsense? Like what Cousin Jimmy always said, like, who's behind it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, because back in our days, we wouldn't even dare think of anything like this. So I don't know what's going on with this generation. What are your thoughts, TT, on this?
Literally, when does the delinquency stop? Like,
crazy.
When does it stop? What good comes out of destroying a gas station? Like, maybe a little few free snacks here, free snacks there, but what good comes out of it? I feel like stuff like this, it makes everybody look at the younger generation like, oh my gosh, y'all are just so crazy. Like, what has the world come to? And it's pretty obvious now that people are feeling, this type of way about the younger crowd. And it's just sad that we're seeing more and more events where it's involving teenagers doing stuff like running through people's stores, running through the movies, vandalizing things. Like, it gets to a point Whereas like you said, who's behind this? Like what's going on? Why is this, a thing? Why is it happening? So I don't know. I just feel like it needs to stop. Some precautions need to be taken. I don't know. Like it just gets to a point. Like it has to stop.
The police did take some precautions by implementing curfews and stating that teens are not allowed in the malls and stuff like that without parental supervision, and not in large groups and stuff like that. But I feel like it goes back to the home. It goes back to the parenting. I feel like
it's always that
lack of guidance, accountability. They just feel like they can do whatever they want. And then these are the kids that's going to be having kids in generations to come. Like, what in the world? Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this, y'all. First, there's nothing new under the sun. Now, cousin Jimmy, back in his days, I swear, the good Lord, thank you for forgiving me for my sins. I have gone into a few convenience stores there and treated myself to, some items that I did not personally own or could afford.
Get to it.
But you did it as an individual, right? Not with a group of 100 people.
I'm not gonna lie, 100 of us, but it was a few of us. Now listen,
did you destroy the store?
Were listening. It's not the Lord forgive me for I have sinned. I listen, forgive me, Lord. But the point I'm trying to make is this: like, it's nothing new under the sun. Not to this extent, DJ Chinny. Not to this extent. Definitely not. We were just mischievous kids just trying to get away. You're always going to have kids who's going to go out and do mischievous things, go steal, go do things and hide it from their parents, do little stuff like that. But this is major, but I'm going to tell you all why it's happening. We allowed it to happen. You're right, DJ Chinny. It starts in the home and how you bring your kids up. But the problem is that our society that has marketed this, and us as consumers who have shared and blasted this through social media, through our psyches over time, have allowed us to accept this nonsense and to promote it as it's the right thing to do. How many times have we seen viral videos? Everything negative gets a chance to go viral. You're popular if you can do a big, you can run into a convenience store and there's a big group of y'all and y'all say, oh, we're gonna go viral and post it on social media. That gives you a so-called clout, is what they call it, clout, right? Now, we've pushed those type of videos, violence, and anything that can get sort of negative attention gets the viral moment. And so young people are obsessed with clout. And if they get a chance to get a big name off of doing something, they're going to do it. And so today it's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. But it's nothing new under the sun. These types of little things have happened and just never been to this magnitude. Now, the biggest problem is when the agenda was pushed back during COVID of defunding the police. When that whole thing started and you had these big cities that you're seeing this stuff happen in, whether it's in Seattle, Washington, whether it's in Chicago, whether it's in New York City, these are all cities who defunded their police. And the problem, California, all of these big cities out here who defunded their police. And so what you had, once you defund the police, obviously you lose a police force, but you create a notion, you create an ideal now, an ideology in your community that we can do things and not have any sort of repercussions. We can A, probably get away with it, and B, if we do get caught, we're not going to get a lot of time or charges, because when they started the defund the police initiatives, they brought on a lot of laws that actually prevented apprehension in some cases. But think about some of the big retail stores had to start bringing back apprehension, because you remember when Best Buy took away asset protection? You remember when Best Buy, so back in the day, Best Buy used to have a guy at the door, their asset protection team. Then they flipped it because society got soft as damn Charmin tissue and said, we're going to take it away. We want to provide quote unquote good service. And they took that asset protection guy away. And people were walking out the damn with damn TVs on their shoulder. And you cannot even approach them if you see them stealing and try to apprehend them, or you'll get fired. All of these were laws that were passed. So when you create a culture of defunding police and you push laws and agendas to actually minimize apprehension and to allow people to basically feel comfortable doing crimes and getting away with it, you just create a culture and an idea that makes it more fascinating. It doesn't mean that it's right, but it's just letting you know what's happening. And most of these crimes we're seeing are happening. Tell them to bring their ass on down here to the backwoods of Georgia. Matter of fact, send them to Savannah, Georgia, and do that. Send them down to Texas and do that. They're getting hung. They're hanging them. Matter of fact, send them to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Send them to Baton Rouge, Shreveport, Louisiana, and see how. Send them to Birmingham, Alabama. Bring them on down south. Bring them to the woods. Go in there and run into somebody's convenience store 50 deep and see what happened to you when you get caught. I ain't playing with you in some of these places. So that's my thoughts on it, y'all.
That's a good way to look at it.
So what about I know that you said, like, you know, we normalize the things that they do, but how would you feel about like the topic of news outlets? Because the reason why, you know, the whole United States know about certain situations is because of news outlets. They're the ones who broadcast what, like, prime example, what happened in the store. Who broadcast that? The news outlets. So it's just like, how do you balance what they put out plus how, you know, outsiders feel about, you know, the certain situation? How do you balance that?
That's a great,
because they're going to report, news outlets are going to report it.
100%.
I think what Jimmy was trying to say is that it's social media, the likes, the views, that the clout, like he stated. I feel like you don't gain.
Yeah, but news outlets use social media.
I get it, but it's not. So, all right, if I'm a teen, right, and I have a group of friends, it's 10 of us, and we have an Instagram or we have a group, and we have a page or whatever, and we want to get our views skyrocket, we want to go viral. I'm not gonna let the news do that. I'm gonna do something crazy, like, you know, a teen takeover or whatever, post it on my social media, and it's gonna get shared, gonna get like a million comments are gonna come on it, and I'm gonna go viral. That's even without the news broadcasting it. That's just what society, cousin Jimmy was saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and great, you're right, DJ Chinny. But in TT, I see exactly where you were going, though. You're basically saying the news is a part of it too. You're right. You know what? And honestly, the only way we can balance it, to answer your question, is if people was put more support and focus behind positive things, than they the same way they do negative things, you're going to get your balance. The problem is that but it's a collective. It's the news, it's social media, and it's us. It's poorly raising your children. It's a combination of a lot of things that have our society this way. And I just want to be clear, y'all. This is an American thing. You know, when things are going bad here in America, we have a tendency, including me, saying that the world is going crazy. I'm telling y'all. In a lot of countries out here, there's some decent countries out here. And I'm not saying they're America, because I love the great old America to give everyone an opportunity to go out here and hustle and bustle and get what you need to get. And there's a lot of countries that don't have the social support that we have here. If you're a mother that's struggling, or if you're an individual that's low income, you can get a lot of social support here through our government. So a lot of countries don't have that, but there are also a lot of countries that don't have this type of violence and don't have these type of situations going on at all. And they have very decent communities, and they don't allow this stuff. I think just culturally here in America, we've allowed, culturally and legally, we have created a monster, in my opinion, in terms of the negativity and the popularity you get just by being negative. Just think about it. I mean, I love music and stuff, and I love hip, but just think about, you have a country that has, You have countries in this world that don't allow hip hop music to be played. And I'm a hip hop guy, I'm a country guy, I'm a rock and roll guy, I am a blues guy as well too. But think about this, y'all. Who is paying a person millions of dollars to talk about killing people? Who is paying a person millions of dollars to tell people to be a drug addict and pop pills and lean? Who is paying a person millions of dollars to degrade women? Who in their right mind would do that? To make something like that popular. And they do it, and this is how they make it popular. They put their money behind it. So when I put $1 million behind someone that's promoting negativity, and then I control the media, I control all the social media. I control all the social media through ads. If I'm going to pay YouTube, I can go ahead and send them $500,000 right now. I can go pay Apple $10 million when my artist drop, $5 million when my artist dropping from a big $1 billion corporation, and he's the first person everybody's going to see when they open up their Apple app. They control it. But who is putting this money behind this? Those are the evil ones, because why would I want to promote something that can be detrimental to my community and society as a whole? It's greed. And it's us pushing legislation and culturally making it acceptable to act that way. And that's not how you're raised. That's not right.
I feel you saying, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You got your question answered, TT?
Yes.
All right, guys. All right, so moving right along, about 2 weeks ago, a father was gunned down in Chicago. He worked for the UPS company for 3 years as a driver. His name is Michael Hunter, and he got shot in the head while looking for his stolen truck. His family, children, he has 2 children and a fiance. They community put together a $10,000 reward to give the police some information to, the reason why he was killed. And it just goes back to more violence in Chicago. Very sad, the impact that it's having on these families and the community on a whole. Like, when does it stop?
Well,
TT, why are you so quiet?
TT, go ahead. You had something you wanted to say?
Okay. It wasn't a lot of information about what led up to, him being killed, other than him, asking people if they knew who stole his truck.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading, some comments or whatever, and it said, people were like, well, why he didn't turn it to the police? So some may say he could have left it up to the police. But for me, I feel like a lot of people in the Black community, they look at their community to help them in a sort of way. And I believe his name was Michael. He thought the same. Yeah, he thought the same thing, but unfortunately it cost him his life, which is, very unfortunate. But killing somebody about them questioning, you about their property, it's insane. It's insane. If you didn't know anything, I don't know anything. But yet, you killed that person. So it has people thinking like, okay, maybe you did know about it. Maybe you were the one who stole the truck and you wanted to kill him because you wanted to keep the truck. And in the video, it noted that that was his dream vehicle. So it had to be a very nice truck. But yeah, I hope they catch whoever did it. Like, I really do. Whether it's just one person who stole the vehicle and killed him, or whether it's 2 people, because a vehicle being stolen should have never cost that man his life.
No,
should have never.
It seems like there was some jealousy there, because you still his truck and he just bought a house for his family. And this happened.
Like, people been watching him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, you all hit it on a nail, and great point as well to TT in regards to trying to figure out what was his interaction or what conversation, what happened when he was, I guess, walked up to whomever he walked up to inquire about his truck. Like, what was that sort of interaction? There was not much there. Not saying that, it doesn't sound like he walked up on someone and assault. Because if he walked up on a guy or a girl, I don't. It could be a female as well too. But if he walked up on a person and yoked them up and said, "Where's my truck at?" Put his hands on somebody, then that's someone can defend. They should defend themselves in that circumstance. If you're physically hitting them. So
yeah.
Did that happen or not? I'm not saying he, should have been killed if that happened, but we need a little bit more detail as to the interaction that would cause.
Yeah, I feel like questioning people, like I'll see if like that person was the first person he questioned and that, that transpired or whatever. But him, going along, okay, I questioned this house, now I'm questioning that house, now I get here, oh, now it's an altercation breaking out, now I'm dead. Like, stuff like that. So it's just like, it's not enough information for, us to have big opinions on it right now. That's just how I feel. But it just should have never cost him his life. But it's Chicago.
You're right. And you know what, too? You're right. When you talk about him going and out in the community, that's probably his community. And if you are in the community, and if you know Chicago and LA are the foundations of gangs in America specifically. Actually, black gangs, but also Latino gangs as well too. And in Chicago, as we all know, you had the Italian gang, which was the mob, which were out there as well too. So Chicago's known for gangs. If he stayed in the community where there was gangs, we don't know that or not, but let's just say it was, and he probably knew people and was just going up to, instead of calling the police, man, I know such and such, let me see if they know who did this real quick, let me go. So you're right, TT, that's probably what he did, but we do need a little bit more information on that. But at the end of the day, there's another family losing a leader, losing a father, and that's the biggest thing, these kids. And this is over stuff that can be replaced. And I'll let DJ Chinny go ahead and segue, because I was going to segue into the next topic, DJ Chinny, but I'm going to let you set it up, because this kind of falls into what I'm about to say.
Okay. So our next topic, NBC reports that the justice system has arrested Shiesty?
Shiesty. Yeah.
Shiesty? Go ahead, get it. Yep. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And other suspect, Lontrell Williams Sr., who's his father, and Rodney Wright Jr., who they call Big 30, in an alleged robbery and kidnapping.
DJ Chinny, I'm sorry. Stay right there. Kidnapping. Just think about when you hear these names. TT, and this is her generation, and she's laughing. Just think about when you start to hear these people rattle these names off. You're like, what the hell made you call your name a Big 30?
30
Go ahead,
and
DJ Chinny. Kidnapping. You were saying kidnapping. Go ahead,
yes.
DJ Chinny.
So the federal authorities have arrested Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 in in a gunpoint robbery in a Dallas studio where Gucci Mane was targeted, and he got robbed of his wedding ring, his jewelry, his Rolex. Him and a few other of his entourage were held at gunpoint by Pooh Shiesty was under house arrest, I heard at the time. So he was out of his jurisdiction of where he was supposed to be. He was being monitored. It's just a whole bunch of mess. Then they started posting on social media, the watches, the jewelry, everything from the kidnapping and robbery. Just dumb.
What did we just say? Didn't we just say clout?
Dumb.
Didn't we just say clout?
Yes,
the only reason
we
they did that for clout.
Yes. So it was a business meeting that Pooh Shiesty wanted to get released from Gucci Mane's record label. And when Gucci Mane declined to release him, that's when they pulled the gun out on him and robbed him. So yeah, he pretty much was a target because of his name and his notoriety as Gucci Mane. So yes, his success caused all this attention, and of course him declining on releasing Pooh Shiesty from the record label led to this altercation. I'll let you go ahead, TT, because I know Cousin Jimmy's waiting to elaborate on this topic.
I'm excited to hear what TT got to say. This is her crowd here.
This is not my crowd.
Well, not her crowd, but you know.
No, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. I don't know nobody named no Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah, this is her generation here.
But then he got on the beat and released a song and said, and after all that, boy, you still signed to me. He got on the beat and said, and after all that, boy, you still signed to me. April 10th, 2026, the song was dropped.
That's crazy.
The song was dropped. Like, come on now. Like, you tagging. Like, you just building and building and building. But long story short, they said he the one who snitched and this and that third. But then again, we going back to the beat. You hopped on the beat and said, boy, you still signed to me. Why would you do that? That's something that they can use against you in court. Like, you antagonizing this man. But anyways, I don't agree with the situation. Like, I don't agree with it. Like, you set yourself up for failure, Pooh Shiesty, because you went in that place and you knew you wasn't supposed to be in there and you had a monitor on your leg. I call that a dumb criminal. Gucci Mane did name the song Crash Dummy. He did name the song Crash Dummy. So, but what I do agree with is these labels should let these people out of their contract, but at a cost. Like, it should be a cost. You shouldn't just tell somebody straight up, no, you're not getting out of this. Because now I feel owned. And when a man feels owned, he gonna do anything to get out of that situation. That's just how I feel. But yes, he got on that beat and said what he said, and it's just like, dang, like, is we for real right now? Like, why would you do that?
I gotta hear this song.
Oh, baby, what is it called? Gonna love it.
What is it called?
It's called Crash Dummy. Crash Dummy. April 10th, 2026. We thought it was AI, but he posted it on his we thought it was AI, but he posted it on his YouTube. He posted it everywhere. So I was just this is what we're doing. But then again, you know how, like, I don't know if it's just like a thing that I used to see or whatever, but when these big gang members, these big drug dealers, these big artists and all that stuff, I feel like Pooh Shiesty in his mindset, he probably thinking like he gonna come get it back in blood. He not gonna go to the feds, the police about it. I feel like that's the mindset he probably had, but that's not that. You shouldn't try to predict what's gonna happen with your future. Like, you shouldn't be trying to do that at all, because you'll never know what card somebody's gonna play. And Gucci Mane played the card of contacting the feds about what you did to him because he didn't like it. So it's gonna cost you your life, because you should have never did that, and you just got out.
Crash Dummy.
You just got out of jail.
1.6 million views. Just to let you know.
Yeah. Very, very listened to.
Dang. Okay, Cousin Jimmy.
Cousin Jimmy, your turn.
Well, listen. Look. All right, I got a few questions. TT, you got an apartment, right?
Yes.
You have a lease agreement, a contract, right?
Yes.
Are they letting you out of that contract without you having to pay some fee or something to get up out of that contract?
No.
Correct. So, let's just... this thing is all over the place, but let me try to keep it as cut as I can. Let's just get to the rooty tooty. You should have never did it, Pooh Shiesty. You signed... First of all, I'm going to go reverse, because it's easy to attack Pooh Shiesty. We're down here in good old Georgia, and we love us some East Side Gucci, man. I tell you right now, Gucci, Cousin Jimmy, we're down here in the country, but we rock to you. When that trap house came, boy, oh my God, I said, oh my God, they had the systems bumping. Edna went crazy on our damn neighbors. They had a trap house and they were bumping that damn Gucci, man. And I can't lie, that trap house was going hard. So we love Gucci. Now, Chamba, this is the problem. Let's start here. Gucci, it's your fault. It's all Gucci Mane's fault. is gonna hire a guy whose name is Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty. That's the era. A guy comes and say, hey man, I want a job from you. I say, okay, sir, well, what's your name? My name is Pooh Shiesty. All right, Pooh Shiesty, I'm gonna hire you and put you in charge of making some money for me. Pooh Shiesty gonna get Shiesty and want his damn money. Actually want more than what he signed up for. The problem is this. So that's Gucci's problem, hiring Pooh Shiesty. Now, with all fairness to Gucci, he is a music executive. He has a label. And what people have to understand about labels, these labels put out a lot of artists and don't make money off of them. You can have 30 artists and maybe 1 or 2 will strike. It's like any business. You can have 10 properties and ain't making no money off of it, but you got that one property that start making money, but you're going to try to juice as much from that one property to cover the expenses of those losses on those 10 properties. You understand what I'm saying? So you have 30 artists, you lost money on 29, you got one that's making you money. Well, that one that's making you money probably is not going to have the best contract because you got to recoup as much money from that one to cover the losses that you had on that 29 as a business. And so when these artists sign their first deals, it's not going to be the best. Drake didn't have the best deal. He made most of his money in the beginning from touring. You heard what Kendrick say, or somebody, or Pusha T say, you're signed to a rapper that's 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 signed to a rapper. The man was signed to, from Jay Prince and Rap A Lot had a piece of that, the Cash Money had a piece of that, the Young Money had a piece of that, to My Money had a piece of that. I mean, everybody had a little piece of old Drizzy Drake, but once Drizzy Drake did his thing, he worked this deal out, then he got OVO. And now he generated more income and got bigger deals, going to Apple, getting $100 million deals here and there. He worked his deal out. Pooh should have worked his deal out with
at a cost.
You signed a deal. If it's a 4-album, 5-hour, man, grind that thing out, push out those albums, and then on the flip side, you get a bigger bag. Or if you're that much in the Tootsie, go have a real conversation with Gucci Mane. Because from reports, from what I'm hearing, that's the first time that Gucci and Pooh Shiesty was around each other since Pooh got out of jail. They say that when Pooh was locked up, his cousin, now I like his cousin, what's my man name that passed away? Was it Scar? Big Scar?
Oh.
Yeah,
that's the name. That's the name.
That's the guy named Big. Now I'm not rest in peace to this brother. Big Scar was a funny guy. I liked that guy here now, but from our understanding that's Pooh Shiesty's cousin. When Big Scar died, allegedly, they say Gucci Mane wasn't paying funeral. It took him a while to pay the family to try to cover funeral expenses. Big Scar daddy comes out and say that Gucci Mane did pay his funeral expenses, but some reports are saying different. Whatever, doesn't matter. But what does matter is that they're saying that Pooh Shiesty didn't like the way that Gucci handled his family, which was Big Scar, who was a Gucci Mane artist that got killed. Or actually, I believe he overdosed, if I'm not mistaken, and he died that way.
Yeah.
And so I guess family stuff was saying that Gucci didn't do right, and he was calling the family asking for the necklaces back, the 10-17 necklaces, versus worrying about the funeral or whatever. So Pooh felt some way about that. Then they said Pooh wasn't in communication with Gucci when he was locked up, and he wasn't getting money from Gucci from all the streams. Gucci made $25 million off of him when he was locked. Something like that. Okay. All right. The point is that... Well, that's what he's saying, but first, if he stole from you, you have to now go to an attorney and an accountant. And as an artist,
do it the legal way.
That's right. You have it, and he got. Damn, I saw the. Listen, Pooh, man, God. See, and I hope the younger people will learn from this, but unfortunately, they're not, y'all. So some of them are still going to think that they can get away with it and do the same thing, or even better, and it never works. It's always the same stories. Nothing new under the sun. Pooh had money stacks on his head. I saw a picture of the damn guy. Anatna! The damn guy, Pooh, had money stacks on his head. People out here right now can't even pay for a damn pack of water. Can't even have electricity. He got money stacks on his head, but can't afford an attorney or an accountant. Come on, Pooh. And then what make matters worse is damn daddy's with him. Households, DJ Chinny, you hit it on the nail. It's how you being raised. And the problem is, and this goes back, y'all, to everything we've been talking about, the culture and the acceptance of culture, and what's been pushed and pushed out there. And when you have young people that's coming up in these low-income, impoverished environments, and they see a society that puts people, gangsters, drug dealers, killers, or whatever the case may be, on a pedestal, they prop them up and market them as if they're some hero, and this is a way that we can make money and get out of our situation, then what do you think these kids want to do? They're going to want to be gangsters. They're going to want to be some drug dealer or whatnot, because they think that that's going to help their situation. And you have a psychology or ideology, so to speak, that's been ingrained in people who are impoverished to think that this is the way it's supposed to be, and you end up like Pooh Shiesty. And his daddy did him wrong, because his daddy should have been wise enough to say, no, son, we're going to do this smarter.
The legal way, yeah.
We done worked hard. You done got yourself up out of this jail, because honestly, and all jokes aside, I want to see all of these young men win. I want to see Big 30 do his thing. I want to see Pooh Shiesty do his thing. I want to see every one of them do their thing. Even Little Dirk and all these guys. But the problem is that they are caught up in a culture and an ideology that have them all mixed up and have them going here and going here real fast because of the people that are around them and the culture that's ingrained in them and the poor decisions they're making. And this is what you get. You get a guy named Pooh Shiesty who just got out of jail. They say he had some big song that he dropped and it was big and did a lot. I saw some picture, the guy got a money stack on his head, but then he goes in and like TT said, he probably thought Gucci Mane was gonna keep it street. But what we have to now understand about Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane's a business. Gucci Mane's a grown man with wife and children. So he ain't the old East Side Atlanta Gucci Mane that we used to love. This is a grown, responsible man who had millions of dollars of jewelry taken from him, and the other victims who came there with him had thousands of dollars and tens of thousands of dollars of jewelry taken from them. Now, if anyone knows anything about jewelry or anything that's expensive, we all have cars. What do you have on that car? Insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So to put a claim in when you're in an accident, you can't do that without what? A police report.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go to your insurance company and say, hey, you need to pay for my car. I was in an accident. They're going to ask for what? A police report. So if I get into an accident, some guy hits me, and I've been through this before, and I call the police, hey, a guy hit me. Am I a snitch? I'm waiting to the street guys out there, to the gangsters. Am I a snitch because I called the police? A guy hit me out of nowhere, and I got insurance, and I need to be covered because I'm going to get hit with hospital bills and everything. Am I a snitch? Oh, guy wants to come and rob me. I don't care who I am, but a guy wants to come and rob me and take my jewelry from me that I spent and worked hard for, and I got millions of dollars on. And I call the police because I have insurance on this jewelry. It's worth millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
I think reports are saying his wedding band was worth $1 million. So I have a few $1 million of let's just say, it don't even have to be $1 million. Let's say $50,000, $100,000 worth of jewelry taken from me. It's taken from me. I'm a snitch now because I called the police to get what I earned back. I'm a snitch now. So you want me to now go out here, get my gun, or hire some people, get caught up in a little dirt conspiracy, and hire some people to do a get back, to now go back into it. Because see, Gucci Man been locked up too. Go back into the place I came out of and lose my family, everything I worked hard for, my wife, my kids. Just throw that all down the drain because y'all want me to not tell because somebody came and took what's mine.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
Man, I don't give a rat's ass or a cow's tit what any of y'all out there thinking. I'm sure Gucci Man thinking the same damn thing. Now, my ass will be right on the damn stand. You damn right. Because one thing about it is like this, y'all. One thing we don't do. It's one thing if Pooh Shiesty went in there and he was like, let's just say he was aggressive with Gucci and then let's say they had a fight. Let's say it was just a little, okay, cool. And then we go about our ways and all right, I'm gonna see you, I see you, whatever. Okay, cool. Right? It's another thing when you try to humiliate a person by robbing them and then recording the robbery. Allegedly, there's footage that one of the guys recorded them robbing them and then put the stuff that you took from them online. You want to promote it now.
That's crazy.
So they were trying to humiliate the guy. So, I mean, I said a lot there, but Gucci Man, you hired a guy called Pooh Shiesty. What do you expect? And then Pooh Shiesty, young man, we want to see him win. We want to see him win, but they can't get out their own damn way. You up here, go get a lawyer. If you want to get out your contract, go get a lawyer or go talk to Gucci Man like a man. Say, look, bro, I understand I signed a contract. I ain't getting what I feel like I deserve. I've grown as an artist. What can we do to work this out? Can I drop another album, see how that does? Can we come back to the table, man? Whatever. And then if Gucci say no, go get an attorney, explain to them the situation. I guarantee he would have got an attorney involved. Something would have been able to get worked out. You might have had to pay some money, or better yet, artists, why don't you do it the hard way and start out independent from the gate? Don't sign to nobody. Don't sign at all. Just go out here and hustle. If you're truly a hustler, you're truly a money maker, go out here and make your own money. Go out here and get your own brand, hustle your way up. It's gonna be hard, but see, everything was cool when you was a nobody, and Gucci Man put that stamp behind you, and now you became a somebody. Everything was cool then. See, you got it. So you should, Pooh was wrong in this whole situation, man. He you gotta appreciate it. Even though they signed a deal. And they may not be the best deal. It was a great deal when you signed it.
That's true. I guess you live and you learn.
But I'm telling TT, I am snitching. Listen, cousin Jimmy, I'm bringing the cows in there. They're gonna snitch. The chickens out there, I got the roost at the scene. You pull up, there's the they gonna point. Everybody's gonna be. I'm bringing the blind neighbor. I have a neighbor across the street. His name Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson's a little blind. He can barely see out one eye, the other one can't see at all. I'm bringing Mr. Johnson. He's gonna be there. He is gonna be my eyewitness with his magnifying glass. He don't have regular glasses, y'all. Mr. Johnson has a magnifying glass for one of his eyes that he can't see out of. And he just put it there. He's going to say, Your Honor, I saw his ass run up out of Jimmy's house. Guy had a damn refrigerator behind him. He took every damn thing. I seen it. But, I know we're joking now, but seriously, it's sad to see young brothers continue to throw their lives out because, in all honesty, we want to see the Pooh Shiesties. We want to see the Big 30s. We understand they come from environments where they're part of certain cliques and certain ethics that they think are the right way. But when you get older, you'll realize. I tell you, Pooh Shiesty to do some time in that pen. He gonna realize, like, man, I should have never did that, man.
Agree with you 100%. All right, guys. So we do have 2 other topics, very important topics, but I think I want to save them for next week because they're pretty in-depth and pretty important topics, and I don't want us to rush through them. So we're going to wrap up tonight's show with Chin's positive vibe for the culture. And it says, enlightenment is when a wave realizes it's the ocean. And that pretty much means that, we're not separate. We're in this together. We come together and we gain awareness when we're unified, right? So stay grounded, stay connected, and be involved in your community. Stop posting negativity, stay positive, and put God first. Like I feel like you said earlier, cousin Jenny, love. We're missing love and we're missing God, like for real. But that's Chin's positive rock. And I wanted to show. I had my Ray-Bans on. I'm giving Meta a plug.
No.
Oh no!
Ray-Bans on
Mark,
you wasn't supposed to do that yet.
DJ,
you wasn't supposed to do that yet.
We got the rechargeable case for the
You wasn't supposed to do that yet. I was supposed to say, "Hey, Meta, record."
Man.
So yeah, they weren't on recording, but I can hear you guys through my glasses, and I'm speaking to the glasses, so you can hear the audio is a little different this week. But I like my Meta glasses. I know what you're saying about the creeps, but secretly recording people. But I feel like they're gonna record you with whatever they got: glasses, watches, everything.
Look at you! Didn't even know if you was being recorded or not during this show.
Listen, I knew I was. I'm gonna tell you how I knew I was being recorded.
Because now they're being recorded. See that?
I
see it.
Yeah,
hey, Meta.
But I heard the audio. The audio was clicking in and out. Anyway, let me explain something real quick. We're about to go. Mark Zuckerberg, do you see this? Now I've been on you for a long time. You don't care about me. The algorithms, they're not gonna allow you to see this. But anyway, you see Shift the Culture is here. DJ Chinny is supporting your damn brand. Now I'm gonna get to all that recording me when you want to look through your sunglasses. But if DJ Chinny got them, I don't know. I don't know. DJ Chinny.
Listen, I'm a recorder. I'm a videographer.
I picked these up from the damn gas station. They were $2.78. $2.78. I got them from and listen to me right now. They don't look, they don't record, but I tell you one thing they do, they block that sun out of my eye.
Oh gosh.
You a mess. Thank you guys for tuning in to Shift the Culture. We love y'all. Peace.
Peace out.